So after completely losing my train of thought, I'm gonna get to another topic. No, right, the poor healthcare joke. Right, where was I going with that one again? Hi there, hello, hey, Spooky Scary Saturday, hey, TikTok, let's get her going. My apologies. So Spooky Scary Saturday. Hi. So I bad intros, but also it's been a minute. I got Crypt TV and a Ron Mango video. However, the Ron Mango video, I feel like funny enough, the Crypt TV will most definitely have far more gore, but I feel like the Rotten Mango video will get me demonetized. I just realized I'm not monetized. I don't know what I'm afraid of. I'm sorry, I have ADHD and autism. This is what you gotta deal with for like the next foreseeable future. Anyway, probably should put a skip to avoid the yap here. But yeah, Crypt TV baby, let's go. I got nothing else to say really. We're just gonna get into the spooky. Trying to pause too much because we got another video after this. I made a 40-minute video, like an hour. Yeah. I just realized I didn't even read the title, but I type shit, I guess. That was my microphone. I'm apologize. Seems this one has also lost his balls. That guy definitely lost his balls. Look at that dude.
Bienvenue.
I'm putting a parlay. That's let's go with it's either German or Dutch. German or Dutch. I'm going with that.
Qu'est-ce qui s'est passé? Moi, je te dirais bien ça. T'es mort, mon homme.
Not German, hell. That's the worst one.
Non, 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 non. Si j'étais mort, je serais avec ma femme au ciel.
Tu vas voir. C'est pas le paradis ici, mais on est bien.
Quoi? Ici, ta taverne? Ici? C'est l'enfer, la taverne. Si c'est vrai, ça veut dire que ma femme est à la maison. Ma femme est à la maison.
Hey! Hey!
Back up, Buster. That's the Shadow Man. Never mind, it's not the Shadow Man. Where are you going? What the hell is that? I was about to say, like, damn, really? All I gotta deal with is one zombie out here? Man, I'm gonna hit him with the mink mink. And I saw another one. And I realized there's probably a lot more out here. Now this place is probably infinite. I realized I would definitely beat their ass. Boy, what? Boy, I would rock the shit out of all of you. You bada swing. High confidence, baby. I'm sorry. I saw like I saw a hot woman today. Let's just say by vote. I saw a good pair of cheeks, bro. My motivation is on high today. You're in hell. Shouldn't you? Actually, no, it's hell. You should be moving. Actually, no, it's not hell. I'm not gonna lie, I would have let him die there just off the fact of like, bro, you're sitting there. You're just sitting. They're so far away. If you don't get your old ass up, I swear. Hurts.
Dehors, il n'y a plus rien, là. Si tu sors, tu risques de perdre ton âme puis finir comme eux autres. Reste ici. La prière des vivants nous protège.
Je peux pas rester ici. Faut que je trouve ma femme.
You're dead. Your wife's gone. Kaput. Finito. Hell, she might still be alive. I know she is not trying to get some in the middle. Mine she is, and she's gonna take it regardless. Then there's no such thing as consent when you're dead, I guess.
Qu'est-ce qui se passe?
Hey, t'es tombé raide mort. T'es-tu correct? Oh, c'est les gars qui t'ont réanimé. Viens, on va t'asseoir. Aide-moi. Y a-tu quelqu'un qui pourrait nous amener un verre d'eau? Sacrément, Antoine, tu nous as fait peur en esti, là. On a appelé une ambulance.
Non.
Ben oui, on va. Tu étais mort, là, 15 secondes. C'est sûr que t'as besoin d'aller à l'hôpital.
No, because nigga, I can't pay that. What do you mean, huh?
2 hours later.
So after completely losing my train of thought, I'm gonna get to another topic. No, right, the poor healthcare joke. Right, where was I going with that one again? Don't call me an ambulance. What country is this? Do we have free healthcare? Like, are we German, but we're in America? Does Germany have free healthcare? Do they? If so, why wouldn't you want it? Secondly, I'm assuming that place is like a purgatory, since they're safe in the tavern to do whatever they please. But the moment they leave that bitch, then it's a problem. Or maybe that's what hell is. Who knows? Maybe the fire and brimstone is different than we thought. Maybe the true hell was dealing with other people all along.
Reste ici. La prière des vivants nous protège.
Faut que j'aille chez nous.
Mais non, je vais jouer d'aller à l'hôpital.
Faut que je parte chez nous. Faut que je parte chez nous.
Je serais... Antoine.
Oh, I'm not gonna lie, my heart jumped into my ass. I'm not gonna lie, that shit scared me. Hey, honey, I died today. Isn't that funny? Isn't that fantastic? No, what's for dinner? Well, what do you say to that? How pissed off your wife's gonna be when you said you refuse to go to an ambulance or go in an ambulance when you have free healthcare? What are you talking about? Dumbass. I don't old people listen. That boy got them thriller moves. Yeah. Ew. Oh. Well, huh? Wait, hold on. So did he like... Wait, so he had a heart attack and that shit just came back. Bro, if you don't get your ass to a heart... I get it. It's like $6,000 for the ambulance ride and then like $12,000 for a checkup. But you are flashing in and out of what I could only call purgatory and you're keeping the memory. Meaning that you're probably gonna perma-die at some point, which is why you're keeping your memory. Nigga, you don't get your ass in the hospital! Heart attack! Oh, I thought she was passing away. Is she dead? Oh, she's dying. That's why I wanted to be with her. With all due respect, you were still flashing in and out of purgatory. Oh, she's there helping him! Hold on, that was a flashback? You're alive. Wait, hold on. You're alive now. What are you doing? Wait, hold on. Whoa. Gramps. Hey, listen, let's talk this out, okay? How do you know that when you stab yourself with that knife, the knife is gonna come with you? They keep your clothes for, I guess, decency. It's the one thing you get to go to purgatory with. The clothes on your back. It's one thing. Why? No. If you're wondering what that starter was, my entire train of thought got figgity packed up. So I apologize for that on my own behalf. Who else's behalf would I be apologizing for? It's only me and this bitch. But yeah, no, this. I don't know why he wants to go back there. What do you gain from going there? Your wife? You you could have just lived like I guess a better life and like got to a point where you could be a spirit with her. But fuck me, I guess. Fuck what I think. You clearly the man with the plan. Why is what? Why does he have Excalibur's little cousin? Okay, I get it. It's cool. What the hell are you doing if there's like 50 of them jumping you though? sir, this is very cool. Cool. You do being an old man. Regardless, I mean you're in purgatory, so your bones are kind of in right now. Now kind of fixed-ish. But like, elaborate. What are you doing if they jump you JJK style? There's clearly some drag on that knife, even if it is a one-hit kill. So you know. Okay. Wait, hold on. Is there after credits or some shit, or nope? It's just a long credits. That felt like there was more story that needed to be told. Not like the beginning part. The beginning part, for the most part, makes sense. I understand the beginning part fully. But like the ending part, it feels like there should be more. Like I feel like there's something I'm not understanding because there's like a solid like an extra minutes of horror short that I need to understand this completely. What? Like I get he got like a Excalibur's little cousin because he I guess stabbed himself and his like wife prayed for him and he went to go save her. At the same time, regardless, it was good. I enjoyed it. I just felt like there was like an extra 10 minutes of lore that like should like could have been added on the back end. But other than that, good type shit. Now on to the video that will probably get this video taken down. Okay, so considering this one is real shit, I don't think I can make the funnies on this one. At least, you know, Don was like watching the video and shit, so you know what I'm saying. But we do have a Rotten. I've binged a lot of like Rotten Mangoes videos, and I found now granted, regular videos are an hour long. I don't got that kind of time. Neither do you. So we're watching a summary one. This is what happened in real life Squid Games. Squid Game Season 3 just came out. Apparently it's trash because all the main characters and the characters you actually give a damn about died. It'd be like if the entirety of Class 1A or like fucking the entirety of Company 8 died. Like My Hero and Fire Force and the goddamn the extras ran that shit. But yeah, we gonna do our damnedest, that's for damn sure.
Bada bing, bada boo.
Welcome to the largest social welfare facility in South Korea. There are children, there's teenagers, adults, elderly people. Everybody is wearing the appropriate sized blue tracksuit without distinction. And pinned to each tracksuit are numbers. Nobody goes by names, they just go by numbers. All of this sounds pretty familiar, no? It does sound like the plot of one of the most famous series on Netflix, The Squid Games. But it's not. This is the real life case of the brothers' home in South Korea.
Quick question. So I know I just said not to do the funnies, but real talk, what number would y'all want to be? Like if you were named by numbers. Oh, it sounds so fucking ass. Sorry, a fly was outside my window and a lizard just spawned in trying to eat it. Took my entire attention. Me personally, I don't want to be number 30 something. I'm taking number 20 whatever the hell. And that's just me personally. Number 1 through something I'll take one of the 20 somethings. I'm not gonna lie.
True story behind Squid Games. Now, Squid Games is one of Netflix's best performing series. A man in a suit approaches people that are drowning in debt and are at the cliff's edge of financial ruin. He has a
if they actually base this off this actual true perfect event and didn't mention it at all, that is fucking crazy.
Fascinating proposal. You play a few games against 400 something other people in the same exact situation as you, and if you win these series of fun little games, you're the last one standing, you walk away with $40 million. But it's not made explicitly clear that if you lose your life. In the city of Busan in South Korea, it seems like every week another child is going missing. Sometimes they're 5 years old, other times they're teenagers, other times they're full-blown adults. People are just disappearing. A few things are certain with each disappearance.
Bro, that's the same. I know I'm pausing a lot. Just give me a break here. That's the same shit that's happening in Nassau a lot. For those who don't know, Nassau is also known as New Providence, one of the main Bahamian islands. That Nassau admittedly has a lot of shit. I've been there myself as what my homies call a bohemian. But I'm gonna tell you right now, I get so many Amber Alerts. I don't drown in them every day, but I once got 6 different Amber Alerts in one day. All from Nassau, New Providence, Bahamas. And it's only from there too. Everyone knows that Grand Bahama, fine. Andros, fine. Eleuthera, fine. You get to Nassau though. You're losing me. The worst part is that's the place with Amazon can actually ship to. That's the worst part. That's the most stuff. But that's the most crime as well. Why?
The commonalities include a child or person vanishes, typically at a subway station, Busan station most of the time. And 2 men approach them at the subway station, and they're well dressed. Kids, we need to talk to you about something. Could you come here for a moment? Or sometimes, you poor thing, you look lost, I could help you. Then they vanish. 14-year-old Choi is walking home from school. By the way, this is from Choi's account, first-hand account. And in a few minutes, a white van starts speeding down the empty road and screeches to a halt in front of the alleyway. The back door slides open, and the man throws Choi in there and slams it shut. He's panicking. He's trying to ask, hello? Is anybody there? Where am I? You can't just do this. And he's squinting, and his eyes slowly adjust, and he said, children's eyes staring at him. At least a dozen kids slammed into the back of this freezer truck. 10 minutes, give or take, it's been 30 already, and the truck slams to a halt. The door slams open, and the flashlight is shining in directly. Everybody's trying to block it. It's nighttime outside. They're so confused. And there's a handful of men holding large wooden clubs. They're reminiscent of baseball bats, but they're not. They're more primitive. They look more painful. There's little spots of red on them, like blood. It's nighttime, but they know that they're in the middle of the woods. There's trees everywhere. And they're standing in this massive structure, a compound. I mean, there's rows and rows of cement buildings, all uniform, uninviting. The walls around this place, around the buildings even, are 30 feet tall. And on top of that, there's guards with wooden stakes posted around the perimeter of this place. They don't even know what's happened when they're all dragged to the center and their hair is just getting chopped off. They're grabbing chunks and cutting it almost intentionally to make it look bad. Once the kids' hair look like they've been run through a cheese grater, they make the kids stand at attention. Stand up, back straight, look here. And there's a bright flash. They're taking pictures, just like in Squid Games. Each person that enters takes a picture that looks more like a mugshot. So this place...
Wait. Hold on. So did this happen before or like after Squid Games? Like, did these freaks base this off of Squid Game, or did Squid Game base slash act like coincidentally like mirrored like that? Because I'm trying to find a reason here. Like, there's no ransom, nothing. Because this feels like a lot of unnecessary work on the weirdos' parts for virtually no reason.
Has about 3,500 plus people at any given time. That's not including the people that die there. But there's about 1,000 children. So these are minors. Some of them are as young as 4. Most of them are teenagers. I would say 12, 13 seems to be the age that they get taken in. Some are 5, some are 7. And then you have a lot of young adults, 20s and 30s. And then a small portion of elderly people. Once a head count is done in the room, all the kids are ushered into the big field, the courtyard in the center of all the buildings, and another head count is done. You have to march in sync to this one building called the washrooms. In the washroom, you get 3 seconds of water. Your face wash, salt. Your toothpaste, salt. You scrub the salt all over your skin and you use your index finger to rub your teeth and gums with salt, and then they will only turn on the water for 3 seconds per group. They're not allowed to talk to one another. Otherwise, the so-called platoon leader, the guard, will walk in, grab that wooden stick, and slam it down on someone's head. And it's very clear why nobody stops them. Because if you look at anybody in a blue suit, all of them have pestering wounds everywhere. So it's very clear to them, hey, if I try to stop you from getting beat, nothing changes. The only thing that changes is that instead of you getting beat, we'll both get beat. That's it. That's the way of life in this compound. Every day, the guards will ask the terrified tracksuit wearers something along the lines of, okay, now do you want to play a game? Squid Games. The premise of the show is everyone in the game will participate in 6 different games over 6 days. The games in the brothers' home are just as intense, and I would say just as high stakes, if not more so than Squid Games. The guards, they instruct the children and others at the compound, all 3,500 of them. The rules of the game are simple. Don't get up and don't fall. And if you do, you get beat and possibly die. They'll stand and gather everybody in the bunk rooms and scream, Hiroshima. Every single person in that cramped warehouse-like room is going to stand up climb to the top bunk and hang themselves upside down with their legs hooked over the side of the top bunk. Now hold the pose. Others would collapse because they're fainting, not even because they can't take the pressure in their ears anymore. But if you fall from that position because you fainted, it hurts a lot. You land on your neck. Which, side note, a lot of people have become permanently disfigured, permanently disabled, and or just completely paralyzed at the brother's home. Another sick game is called the kimbap roll. It's a rice roll or blanket rolling, which sounds like it would be the easier of the so-called punishment games, but it's not. Barely anyone walks out without a concussion. The guards will roll the blanket out, slam you down onto it, and start rolling it across the floor. So now you're in this burrito of a blanket. If you don't crunch your core immediately and bring your hands to cover your head in time, you've lost the game. Because the second the blanket rolls, they start kicking you, beating you, stomping you. They say they kick you like they're kicking soccer balls at the World Cup, but it's just your head. And cavalry. Cavalry is one of the worst.
Why? Okay, firstly, you kidnap over 1,000 people. Brother, there is you are the crime rate at that point, firstly. Secondly, why? Here's my thing, right? When it comes to people like this, and I've told like May and Isaac about this as well. My thing with like horrible, like bad people and shit is like it comes off as like benefit of the doubty, because I want to know why. It could be my autism speaking, but my brain is wondering why. Because like, is this like a torture porn thing? Is this fully for sadism? Is somebody paying you to do this? Like what? Like what's the reason? Because this isn't just like your regular kidnapping. No, this is effort, time, and money that you're putting into this, and why? I don't get it. Effort, time, money, energy, the risk of getting caught from kidnapping over 1,000 people. You have to be gaining something from this, right? Like physical, at least.
Games. It's more of a battle than anything.
This shit got me taught.
Two blue tracksuit wearing people, sometimes from the same platoon, same room. They're forced to fist fight each other until one of them is on the brink of death. The game does not end until at least one child has a broken nose, a few broken missing teeth, and or a concussion. Then there's another one called motor vehicle. And it's just you standing in front of a guard and they say, motor vehicle! And they'll shout, left indicator! Like turn on your left signal. But you don't really do anything because it's not really a game. They just whack your left eye with a wooden bat until it's swollen. Sometimes the games are less creative. They'll put wooden sticks, soak them in salt water, and hit the back of people's calves or the soles of their feet. One survivor says, once, one of the guards hit me so hard he broke my 2 front teeth. And you know what they said?
또 난다. 뽑으면 된다.
They grabbed a string and pulled out the rest of his remaining teeth one by one. And I guess these were his adult teeth, but he does not have a single tooth to this day. He doesn't have any teeth.
What? Oh.
이빨이 하나도 없어요.
Oh Christ. Oh. Oh. Oh no. Hell. Yeah. I don't think that's forgiving that one, brother. Hell. What? Oh my. Why? Why? God, it like kills me to like before I would just listen to these in the background, just like turning my head when I heard some crazy shit. Now I have to actually say my thoughts out loud. Like, bro, I heard one of her videos and it's like the Like the whole like, you remember that video? Like, you know that video, like the girl was like getting bullied by like, I think it was 4 dudes and 1 chick. No. It was like a couple dudes and like a few chicks. And I don't think I could actually. I just realized I don't think I could say what happened to her on YouTube. She can. I can't. I just say it wasn't pretty. If y'all know what I'm talking, you know what I'm talking about. And it's like, fuck, man. Oh god, I love my teeth. I love my teeth so much. I just hit.
This was all part of the
This is
games
getting
in
under
the
my
compound
skin.
called Brother's Home. If someone has a cut, an open cut, their solution, because they have a medical wing, a building, you go there and they rub salt on you. A disinfectant, they say. The survivor said the guards would just rub salt all over us roughly, which made all the wounds so much worse. One of the worst incidents a survivor witnessed was one man, well, other than death, was one man got caught on a wire in the field and his stomach had split open.
Ew.
His intestines were pooling out. Do you know what they did? This is...
okay, I genuinely don't know if I could... Can I... I genuinely don't know if I can, like, let her finish that sentence. I'm not gonna lie to you. Heart of the cards.
This is the survivor asking us. They brought the salt. They rubbed salt into his open stomach. And then one day a guard walks in. Attention! If one of you eats this, there will be no punishment games today. Everyone's squinting. What even is that? And they're looking, and he's holding up this leathery-looking substance. It looks scary. One survivor says, snakeskin. It was snakeskin. You know, it's interesting because we were so hungry, we would eat centipedes. So it feels like so many moments. Nobody says anything until a little boy steps forward, and his voice is so calm. Team leader, if I eat that, will there really be no group game punishments today? The guard nods. And the little boy walks up, grabs the snake skin, and lets it slide down his throat. And everybody thought, well, that makes sense. If anybody in this platoon was going to do it, it was going to be that kid. That's why his nickname...
I'm praying that it was actually snakeskin and not what we're all thinking.
name is Cannibal. He didn't earn that nickname for eating the snakeskin. He saw this baby mouse sleeping. The baby mouse was so young, the eyes weren't even open yet.
I don't want to see that! I don't want to... No!
That shouldn't have even happened during war times. At night, when we were all sleeping, you could hear screams. Women screaming and being dragged away. Young boys being forcibly ripped from their bunk beds. The guards were essaying them at night.
Oh
you
my
hear
God.
the so-called guards say things like, this one's pretty, and then you'll just hear someone getting dragged away screaming. And in the massive compound, they have a psych ward, which sounds like they care about the people in there, enough about their mental health, but not really. I mean, you were taken into the psych ward if you could not be beaten into submission. You would be drugged 24/7 and still beaten and abused in the psych ward. Even in the psych ward, one survivor states she saw the guards every night. They would drag patients away, one patient at a time, but it'd be like 3 guards on one patient. The survivor was 10. She says, if a woman vomits, I just knew that they would take her to the basement. The implication being she's pregnant and they force a termination, but she didn't realize that when she was 10. Unlike Squid Games, there's no winning, there's no nothing, there's no grand cash prize at the end. There's only losing or losing your life. You know how in Squid Games, it's the man wearing the suit that asks if you want to play a game? Mm-hmm. Well, in this case, in the real life version, the 2 men approaching and talking to the kids that vanish are police officers. But why would police officers be kidnapping kids to bring them to a torture facility? Mm-hmm. Welcome to the Olympic Games, 1988.
What does the Olympics have to do with torture porn? Oh my God. What does that... That was so fucking random. That was so random. Welcome to... What? Oh god, wait. What's an analogy I can give with that? Hold on. Hold on. Like, see, see, with the latest FNAF game with Secret of the Mimic, like we can now fully flesh out the FNAF timeline during the bombing of Hiroshima. Like what the. I know she's gonna explain it and deal it out and everything, but damn, that was such a shift.
The Olympic Games will be hosted in Seoul, South Korea. To show you how big of a deal this is the first time, okay, that the Olympics are going to be hosted in South Korea since the country is founded. Foreigners are coming on a mass scale for the first time. It is the perfect opportunity for Korea to show the world what South Korea is. But one thing the citizens can't really help with is the environment beautification work. That's what it's called. Anything that doesn't look good for foreign guests, clean it all up, including the people. Clean up the unsightly humans. But this has been the trend during the Olympics. Most cities find ways to, quote, dispose of their unhoused population. It's not just Paris. Atlanta, Moscow, LA in the 80s, they're all the same. Recently in 2024, Paris hosted the Olympics, and there were news reports that Parisian officials were going around Paris and clearing out the encampments. They were sending them 250 miles away to a neighboring town to make sure that all the foreign tourists did not see the unsightly people. Which, I mean, obviously that's not what the Parisian authorities have claimed. In fact, they deny doing that. They say, actually, we were offering people free housing, which technically they were. People were bussed out of the city 250 miles away, given temporary housing, and the second that the Olympic Games were over, the temporary housing disappeared. And now they're left wandering 250 miles away, confused. So who are these people? The government categorized.
Here's an idea. Governments. Here's an idea. Maybe. Just hear me out for a second. Hear me out. You give them temporary housing and make it not temporary, right? Right? No, hear me out. Hear me out. Then you fix up. Hear me out. You raise the pay wage so that it increases with the level of inflation that's been going on, so that, people aren't paying more than they're earning, since that's an unsustainable practice, and then people won't be able to buy anything. All right, now hear me out again. Then, instead of spending money on missiles you're not gonna use, you put that money into paying for a homeless program, making your city actually pretty. It's a fantastic plan to me. I just found this shit so fucking.
Categorizes them as vagrants. The definition for vagrants is a person without a settled home or regular work who wanders from place to place, typically lives by begging. That's how they get their food and form of payment. But now the government behind closed doors is asking, well, if we want to get rid of the vagrants and we want to arrest them and take them away, how do we do that? Like, how do you know if someone is a vagrant? Well, let's just change the definition. The new qualifications of vagrant include drinking in public. Matter of fact, anyone who looks like they've gone several days without shaving their beard, they look unkempt, vagrant. Do you see why the haircuts are important now?
Oh my god, they want to make them look more unkept.
Yes.
Wait,
Wow.
hold on. My train of thought was somewhere else entirely for a hot minute. Are you telling me the government? Wait, hold on a second. Are you telling? But why children? Wait, okay. So wait. So are all these people homeless people? Thousands of homeless people. That's why they were able to kidnap thousands. It's the government doing it, of course, or they're gonna get away with it. And okay, I get that, right? Okay, I don't get it, but I get it. You know what I'm saying? I know why you're doing it. I don't like it. I know why though. Why the torture porn? Why are you beating children? What do you gain from that? You wanted them gone because of the Olympics. Are you beating them because their existence is a showing of your failure? I'm confused here.
The biggest one,
This shit getting
sleeping
me
at
hot.
subway or train stations, or on the train, on public transit. In fact, if anyone watches TV at a train station or a bus terminal, count them in as a vagrant.
Who's making these rules?
The dictator at the time. So the government
Of course
set up
it was.
this incentive, a reward system. Each police officer gets points for each person that they bring in as a vagrant. And now there's incentive to bring people in. But again, you can't just round everyone up in the crowd and bring them in because you want bonuses, okay? They need to bring in people that won't cause trouble. They have to bring in people that won't be missed, or even if they are missed, guess what? Their loved ones have no power. What are they going to do? Complain to the police about it? We are the police.
So what you're telling me is the police of South Korea at the time kidnapped people and kidnapped people at random, cut their hair. Because it's not even homeless people at that point. They're kidnapping random people, cutting their hair, making them look sloppy just to get extra points. Why? This has to be the dumbest. So they were fucking XP farming off of random people. That still does not explain the torture porn, though.
So these are not disclosed to the public.
No, the public, they think vagrants are like the pickpocketers, criminals. They think that the government is going to rehabilitate these people and provide help. More or less, the citizens, because of ignorance, they think it's okay. And those people who don't think it's okay, they have no power. And the police are just bringing people in. Inside the giant compound, in the brother's home, in the very back, away from the stench of dead people, there's the director's office, the man who runs it, the man who makes money from the government by taking people in, the front man, if you will, the game maker. When you open the door to the office, you see, just like Squid Game, a giant vault. And it's pried open by prosecutors who finally decide to investigate. They yank open the door and they find $8 million sitting there, mostly in foreign currency. Where is all this money coming from? Who the hell is running this place? Because it's not just the government. That is it for part 1. Stay safe. Let me know your thoughts in the
This
comments.
is a part 1. There's more to this. I want to go back to the Crypt TV. That didn't make me feel depressed. Hold on, let me lay down for this. Ugh. So the government, I'll say this right now, this is South Korea back in the day when it was run by a dictator. Goes to show why having a dictator is always a cause for a revolution. So the fucking guards got XP points for every person they brought in, and they just had to look. I guess there weren't enough homeless people, I guess, and they had to. No, not even that. Just the fact that morals can just be. You became a police officer to protect and serve, and the moment you gained the ability to gain points or extra pay, I guess, by just kidnapping and torturing people, you took that shit immediately. What does that say about you? And I still don't have a good answer for the torture porn, because nigga, you got him. You got him, bro. You got him. You cut off their hair. They matched. You got your points. Why are you still doing this? That most likely will be answered in part 2. I didn't see a part 2 when I was scrolling through videos personally, but there is definitely a part 2 somewhere. You notice how my cheery attitude and the funnies disappeared from the Crypt TV thing to now. Yeah. Yeah, this one envy. Lord, the contrast on this shit will be astronomical. But yeah, that was this. Like, sub, I wanna hopefully get to like at least like 20K before the end of the year. If you like my voice, my funnies, that'd be very much appreciated. And as always, thank you. And I will, God, I will catch you. Yo, fuck. I'll party with the animals next time. Bye bye.